What's up, everybody? Hey, everybody's Will. Um, I am going to do my first vlog today, and I am in Washington, D.C., and I'm going to show you around the National Mall today. I'm not going to go throughout the entire city today. I'm going to do that down the road. But right now, I'm just going to show you around the National Mall, and I hope you have a good time. There is the Jefferson Memorial right there. This is the tidal basin, and it's a pretty good size. Pretty good size basin, and there's some boats right there, paddle boats that you can rent throughout the year. I don't think they're open right now. Probably not. It's winter, so they're definitely open in the summertime. So if you come out here around April or May or June, this will be available for you to rent and just paddle around. So it'd be cool. And never done it before, but it sounds pretty cool. And we're going to continue walking down here. And this parking lot is paid, so you have to come in here and pay for parking. It's about $6.90 for 3 hours. 3 hours is the max here. Now, of course, you can come back after the 3 hours and extend your time. That's not forbidden. It's just keep in mind if you exceed 3 hours and don't come back, and you'll definitely get a ticket, possibly towed. I don't know. I've never heard of somebody being towed here before from their parking expiring, but I would not take the risk. And also keep in mind, this is Washington, D.C., which means there is no free parking here. And you're going to have to find a place to park. I want to go tuck under this tree here. And you have to really find good parking here. It's not free, like I said. Most of it's reasonable. Most of the parking that I've been able to find is pretty reasonable. And so, anyway. Washington, D.C. is our nation's capital, in case you guys didn't know that. I think that should be common knowledge, but, I once met somebody in upstate New York a few years back where they had not heard, well, I shouldn't say that, but they had no idea where the state of Arizona is, or California. I'm not trying to judge or make fun of people. It's just at least know your basic geography of where you live. I mean, it's, so hopefully I'm not trying to be mean. It's just, it should be common knowledge that Washington, D.C. is the nation's capital, and it lies between Virginia and Maryland. So, and a fun fact about that, a long time ago, Maryland actually sold the land to the government so they can build D.C., or not build, but they can own it. And I'm not sure, I just heard this from somebody, so I don't know if this is actual true facts or not, but apparently the story goes where Maryland decided, we want that piece of land back, even though it's now the nation's capital, but we want it back. So according to that story that I heard, I haven't done much. I need to do research and see if that's even true story. If it is, please leave a comment below. And apparently, Maryland owns this land now. They own it again. So, according to that story, Washington, D.C. pays Maryland. I guess I'm still new to this area, so if anybody that's lived here all their life, please comment below if that's a true story, because I heard it from somebody, and I didn't really take the word for it, because a lot of people would make up a lot of shit these days. They just make up random stories. So please let me know. Oh crap. Is that going the other way? Oh, it's going the other way. Okay. Sirens, man, I tell ya. You're in the city, no matter where you live, you're always going to hear sirens. If they're police or ambulances, fire trucks, you're always going to hear sirens. So it doesn't surprise me. I was just hoping they weren't coming this way, because then it would have clipped my audio on my microphone. So anyway, if you guys know anything about that story, if Maryland still owns the land that is Washington, D.C. or not, let me know. I ask to not be a dick about it. I really hate people that are dicks in this world. You know, it's not necessary to be an asshole to people. So if you're going to be that person, I kindly ask to avoid my channel. I'm not going to tolerate bullies and dicks on my channel. It's not that hard to be nice to people. And anyway, here's another view of the basin. You can see the Washington Monument right there. And you cannot see the Lincoln Memorial right now. It's covered by trees, but it's over there. And we're going to continue walking this way. Audio keeps clipping somehow. Maybe if I turn down the gain a little bit. I'll probably do that when I get to the basin. Here is some information on the National Mall. And there's the basin right there. And the Lincoln Memorial is way over here. You can't see it. If I show my camera in the direction right now, you can't see it. But you can definitely see the monument, because it's obviously an obelisk, so it'd be hard not to see that. So I'm going to show you guys the Thomas Jefferson Memorial first, and then I'll head my way this way to the Washington Monument, then World War II Memorial, and the Reflecting Pool, Lincoln Memorial, all that good stuff. Yeah, it's a pretty brisk day out here. Feels nice though, coming from a guy that used to live in Arizona his whole life. This is definitely a big change. You know, in Arizona there is no such thing as seasons. It's just hot, warm, extremely hot, and am I gonna die? Hot. How am I not dead? Hot. If anybody that lives in Arizona their whole life, or maybe you've lived there for a few years, please comment below and you would know what I'm talking about when I say Arizona has no seasons. So it feels good to be living somewhere with actual seasons, where it does actually get cold. And surprisingly enough, I like being cold. As long as I have gloves on and my beanie, I'm good. You know, something about my hands getting cold really bothers me. I don't know why. Along with my ears. If my ears are cold, I'm miserable somehow. I think that's a lot of people, but I don't know. That's what I have on right now, you know, and I'm pretty good. And anyway, so again, this is my first time vlogging, so I'm a bit rusty. I've seen a lot of vlogs around, but I never tried a vlog before. So pardon me if I seem quiet in some parts of my vlog. That's part of it. It's just my personality. And the other reason is I don't know what to say in some spots. So I tend to be quiet of a person. And man, I need to go to the bathroom. I hope the bathrooms here are open still. At least if they have porta potties. They're doing some renovations here right now. So I'll find out in a few minutes if these bathrooms are open. I'll let you know. And I'll let you know where to go if you find yourself down here and realize you have to answer nature's call. And anyway, here's another good view of the basin. And I'm really loving this. I'm really loving living here in DC. I moved here in February of this year. So I'm coming up on a full year soon, within the next couple months. And around this time, actually yes, exactly 1 year ago today, me and my roommate flew here from Arizona so I can go house hunt. And I can't believe that was exactly a year ago. And I believe on the 15th of December we went to the Arlington Cemetery. And I have some videos of changing of the guard from that. It's pretty remarkable and pretty emotional too, of not just the changing of the guard, but just that whole cemetery. So many people died for our country, and it was an honor to go there and just pray for them, because I am a Christian and I love going to places and praying over cities and people, all walks of life. They all deserve God's love. And anyway, so there's the Thomas Jefferson Memorial. Thomas Jefferson. And I am using my wide lens on my iPhone. I figured that'd be a little bit more fun to use the wide lens this time instead of the standard lens. And here's some information on what they're doing with improvements. If you want to pause the video and read that, go ahead. I've already read it, so if you want to pause it there and read it, that's totally fine. Yeah, obviously slippery. I mean, come on. But they gotta put those signs out. You never know when somebody's trying to sue for a ridiculous injury that it was clearly their fault. People these days just don't want to take responsibility for their own actions anymore, and they just want to blame someone else. It's a sick mentality of this world, but that's how it is today. And that's not what Jesus tells us. pretty amazing view right here. And we're going to continue. There's some of the roof right there, ceiling. Ooh. I almost fell. Yeah. I need to watch my step. Yeah, definitely watch your step, guys. Because, yeah. Last thing you need is to crack your head open on these things. And I'm pretty sure those are the bathrooms we have to go to. I don't see... Yeah, I think so. I think the real, like, on-site bathrooms are still closed right now, so you're gonna have to go to those porta potties. And so keep that in mind right now if you end up coming soon to DC. I mean, there's bathrooms all over the National Mall. And you know, anyway, I'm not really here to talk about bathrooms the whole time. Just wanted to point that out in case if you guys happen to be at this memorial and you realize you got to go from drinking too much coffee, then keep in mind that those porta potties here are the only choice right now. And so let's see if I can... No. Well, I want to try and really... There we go. Okay. I just got to take my time here. Okay, well... There's nothing really much else to show you here. And so I'm gonna go back and find... Actually, I'm gonna walk around and just see if I can use one of those bathrooms real fast before we continue our tour. Okay, so now I'm back where I started, and now I'm going to continue walking this way. And let's see. So up here, the sign shows you what's up ahead. Ranger Station, Washington Monument, World War II Memorial. Paddle boats are that way, right over there. And on this other side, there's Thomas Jefferson Memorial, East Potomac Park, museums. And there's a refreshments section that's not open right now. That refreshments is open in the warmer months of the year, so that's not open for winter, as I'm observing. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments, and I want to be as accurate as I can. But I'm still new here, so I'm still discovering some cool places. I mean, I have visited here a couple of times before moving here, but I was only here for a couple of days, so now that I live close by, I can explore more of the city and get to know some things. So anybody that has lived here, I would love to hear some cool things in the comments about some things about the city. So yeah. Once I get past this road, it's going to be a lot quieter. So yeah. Just realized that wire is in the way. There we go. Yep. A lot of cars, obviously. It's a big city. Floral Library. Huh. Is that what this is? I assume so. It's not much to look at though, but you know. Okay, let's continue. I'm gonna take you guys to the Washington Monument, and for this first vlog, I'm only gonna cover from the Washington Monument, oh, there it is, all the way down to the Lincoln Memorial. And that included the Thomas Jefferson Memorial. And then on another day, I'll cover everything from the Washington Monument all the way to the Capitol building. So yeah. Yeah, I was here yesterday and they had a couple of helicopters circling this area, so I'm not sure what they were doing. So I'm going to be extra careful out here. And so should you. If you're going to be visiting here, just be careful. You know, every city has something going on, so and if you're planning on coming out here and visiting, I highly recommend wearing comfortable shoes. Wear comfortable shoes because you'll be doing a lot of walking, like a lot. So don't make the mistake I made yesterday. Or the day before. Actually, it was I think it was 2 days ago I made a bad decision of wearing the wrong type of shoes. So yeah, that was not fun. Yep, that's what God says when I ask for a wife. There goes a helicopter again. Yeah. Alright, any second now. There we go. Okay. This is really fun, actually. I'm having a good time right now. Vlogging. It's kind of cool. Okay. It's a little bit quieter, so anyway, this I believe is the Rangers house. At least that's what that sign said, near the tidal basin. I don't see any signs right now, so if you know what this is in the comments, please correct me and please be nice about it. Okay, one day I will learn everything about the city, and so I'm slowly learning. Oh, the dang helicopter. Yeah, it's a very beautiful grounds here. There's the Second World War Memorial, or World War II, as we like to call it. The White House is right there. I'm not going to zoom in because I have gloves on, and zooming in with gloves is not easy. So if you can barely make it out, but there's the White House way down there, way right there. That's the White House. And then coming up, there's the Washington Monument. You can go up. The elevator was opened, I believe, during the pandemic, or maybe it was open after. I think they finished the pandemic. Sorry, I get my words mixed up. Forgive me. I think they finished the elevator during the pandemic, but I believe it opened up to the public last year, and so you can go up there for about $2. You go on national parks or recreation. I believe it's recreation.com. I'll put it in the comments, and you can go to recreation.com, and for about $2 a person, $2, a person, you can go up to the very top and look out the windows, and you can see the entire city. Very, very cool. And yes, there are bathrooms down there. No, well, not in the monument itself, but I'll show you. I'll show you when I get there. Yeah, I wonder what that guy's doing. He's just circling the city. I'm not sure what that is. Well, I mean, I know it's a helicopter, but I don't know what type of helicopter. I don't know if it's police or Secret Service, or I don't know. Do they even have a helicopter? Probably not. The only thing that sucks about using my phone as the camera and plugging in the microphone is it's killing my battery. And that's for every iPhone. It's not just because I have a 13 Pro Max. It's any iPhone battery's going to die from using these kind of accessories, so I'm going to have to charge up at some point and then continue filming. So there is a tiny amphitheater right there. I guess so they put on some concerts, I guess. I've never seen a performance there before, so that's interesting. And way in the distance, right down there, is the Smithsonian Castle. Not that. That's not it. It's way down there. You can barely see the Smithsonian Castle, and that is the visitor center. It is a very big museum. Smithsonian is made up of at least 7 different buildings, and it's a big museum. And the castle is the visitor center, and they have food there, and I believe they have a gift shop too. So that building right there is where you go through security, and then you can go inside the monument, and you go up the elevator way up. It's a good 500 feet, I think. And they do have food trucks on the National Mall most days. I don't see any today, but especially in the summertime, they had a lot of food trucks along the National Mall, like right down there. And so they're really good food trucks. I would definitely encourage anybody to support those lovely people, because they really are nice, generous people that just want to carry out their dream of making food and providing food for all of us. And I encourage you to tip them too. Tipping's always good, I think. And that little building right there is a visitor center for the monument. Plus, yes, again, there's bathrooms in there. They are kind of filthy, so watch out. There's the African American Museum right there. And then alongside that whole side, you're going to find Smithsonian buildings. And on this other side too. On another day, I'm going to walk down there and show you guys all the Smithsonian buildings. Today I'm just going to cover everything from here down there. I'm just trying it out first. I'm seeing how it's going to go. And I thank you for sticking with me on my very first vlog. And I'm still trying to figure out my own style of filming. And if you're still with me a couple years from now, and I'm still doing this a couple years from now, I thank you in advance for sticking with me, and if not, that's okay. There's the White House. You can see it. Hopefully you can see it a little bit more clearly, a little more clear, but there's the White House. And I don't know if you can still do a tour or not. I'm not sure about that. I know they used to do tours, but that was before the pandemic, so I'm not sure about that. But I'm going to take you guys down there in just a second, because that's where the Lincoln Memorial Reflecting Pool, World War II, and Vietnam memorials are down there. And yeah, it is a pretty cool place to hang out. Oh, I hear food trucks. It's probably an ice cream truck. Oh yeah, there they are. You can't see them on camera right now, but I can see some food trucks down there. And I'll probably grab one after I finish this first video, so I can get something for lunch maybe. There's the castle right down there. Again, I'll go down there and show you guys on another video. Yeah, I can hear the music. It's pretty annoying. That's the only part I do not like about food trucks, is that music, and I'm pretty sure the owners don't like it either. That'd be not surprising if they also don't like it. And if that's the case, then they should not play it. But you know, I think that's an ice cream truck where they had that annoying music playing. So, you know. Again, very nice area. I mean, if you're dating somebody or if you're married, you can take your spouse here and have picnics in the summertime. You know, I definitely would not go on a picnic in the dead of winter. I mean, if you're that kind of person, be my guest, you know? It's just, I definitely saw a lot of people in the summertime here having picnics here and back there on the National Mall. Between the monument and the Capitol. So this is definitely a good spot for that. You know, one day when God answers his promise of having a wife and being a husband, I want to take her on a picnic here and just enjoy us and enjoy being on this journey with her of both following Christ and just serving his kingdom and just one day, guys, one day, that is my goal. Well, I mean, God's going to fulfill it, and I mean goal as in one day I really hope my wife will be on the channel with me, if she's not a YouTuber already. I mean, here we go. Electric scooters. Are they called birds like they are in Arizona? I can't really read that. I know back in Arizona, particularly in Tempe, those were called birds. And I did ride one with my friend, and it was so fast I almost fell off. And, it was pretty funny. I mean, he laughed. I didn't, but now I think it's funny. But at the time I didn't, but, now it's pretty quiet. Ooh. I just want to take in this moment of being, like, really peace and quiet in a bustling city. Oh, I love dogs. I love dogs, cats. Yeah. Gotta be careful not to slip. There's another view of the memorial, and a reflecting pool, and there is the Lincoln Memorial right there. And I'll probably show that, and then I'll have to charge my phone. Yeah. The reflecting pool is actually not that deep. You can see the bottom right there. And actually, last time I was here, actually no, not last time, last year, actually no, it wasn't last year, it was probably March of this year. The reflecting pool, the pool was actually drained, so there was no water in it. And me and a lot of people actually walked in the pool because there was no water. So that's how shallow it is.
No.
Yep, my phone is now 65% battery. I want to figure out how to edit this vlog when I get home. I mean, I don't know if I want to do a lot of edits. Probably as I get closer to the memorial, I'll probably edit this out so it'll be a little bit quicker. But oh, some sleeping ducks. Oh, they feel cute. Very cute. Very good wildlife here. My friend lives in Fredericksburg, which is a good hour drive from Falls Church, Virginia. And I was driving home one day and I saw 2 deer, and those deer almost hit me. Now luckily I wasn't driving too fast, but they still could hit me. But I was able to slow down and stop, and luckily they just looked at me and ran away, which I was shocked because I've heard stories of them just staring at you and not moving. So I was a bit surprised. They just looked at me for like 2 seconds and then just continued running across the road. So I lucked out, but I don't know. I gotta be careful now about deer just running across the road. And it's a very peaceful day, I have to say. I'm really loving it. I'm really loving this new walk of life out here on the East Coast versus the West Coast. I mean, Arizona is Southwest, but you know. Trying to get some cool shots so I can like get some screen shots for like a cool picture. This is very, very peaceful and really cool shots too. So I call them drive-bys. We hear like a part of a conversation as you're walking past somebody. Oh. Yeah, anyway, my friend calls them drive-bys, where you hear like just a snippet of a conversation from the people walking past you, or if you walk past them. And I just heard that woman say, well, women carry bags over their shoulders all the time. And that's true. And I'm seeing a lot of men doing that now, which I am. I have a bag right here. And no, I'm not ashamed of it. A lot of men are doing that now, and that's not a stereotype. And that tree looks like a butt. I'm just saying. And sorry. But I think my favorite drive-by that I've heard, this was about 4 years ago. I was in London. Me and my roommate were in London, and we were in Kensington Gardens, and we were walking past this dude on a bench, and this guy was talking to his friends, and he was from America. I could tell by his accent. And he was like, and this is all I heard from him, and that is why Australia does not exist. That's all I heard. And I was like, what the heck? Why would he say that? So when I got back to my hotel, I looked it up, and apparently the Flat Earth Society believes Australia does not exist, and that people that claim to have lived there, they're just from Hollywood. Pretty lunatic stuff, I think. I think the Flat Earth Society, I think those people are on drugs, and that's just my opinion. Sorry to be that way. It's pretty ridiculous that they have a theory that the earth is flat, and it's not. Definitely not flat. But I thought that drive-by was funny, though. And yeah, we're getting closer to the Lincoln Memorial, and I'm going to take you up there and show you old Honest Abe, and then I'll show you a shot of the reflecting pool when I get up there. It's a pretty nice shot, pretty remarkable view, I should say. And then after that, I will probably stop the vlog for today because I got to charge my phone, and I don't know, I might, depending on how much time I have, I might go film the other half of the mall, towards the Capitol building. I might do that today, I'm not sure. I'll see how things go after I show you guys the Lincoln Memorial. And if I don't get to the other half of the mall today, it'll probably be at some point before Christmas. So, yeah. Really hope my phone isn't getting hot from using this application. Probably is. All right, so that's the end of my first vlog for you guys, and the next vlog would be the other half of the National Mall. So have a good day. Thank you for watching.